is despite, may I know? Okay. Welcome all of you again to the content writing class. So this is our third class. Um, so we will continue with what is content writing and how you can write good content, all these things. Okay, so let's start. I'm sharing my screen here. So what we have discussed in content writing first class. So like basically content writing is a process of writing, editing and publishing content in a digital format. Nowadays, it is a very popular job because there are so many companies who need content writers for writing contents for their companies, and content writers need to remember few things because they are the only one who are attracting the customers for the company by writing. So they need to write good content, and their content should be unique. And there are some techniques like content should be uh, ACO formatting, because when you will search something, there are a lot of things available now. But if your content is unique, if your content is good, uh, if it is like ACO formatted, then it will come in the beginning. So the content can include blog post, video, podcast script, ebooks, or white papers, press release, anything. And there are some content tips which we discussed, that content should be unique and appealing, and you cannot just copy paste your content because the readers will lose trust on you. And always you have to write a good hook to grab your reader's attention. So sometimes it's easy to write a good hook, particularly if the topic is intriguing or exciting for you as a writer. So you need to write a good hook at the beginning, uh, because your first the reader will get attracted that okay, it's a good content, so let's read it. So we are revising these topics because we have like we are again in this class after a long time, so maybe we have forgot, so that's why I'm revising it. So your content should be SEO optimized. SEO optimized for content for search engines. Your writing can be absolutely stunning, but if it is not SEO optimized, no one will ever read it. So as a content writer, it's a critical if you become familiar with SEO when it comes to writing. Being an SEO savvy writer can help you ensure your content ranks on whichever platforms you're publishing, including YouTube, Google, or even social sites like Instagram. Consider how you can attract the audience across a wide variety of platforms. Your content is publishing in a wide variety of platforms, so you have to attract the big audience for that. So while SEO is critical for ensuring your content ranks on search engines like Google, it's not the only opportunity for distribution. There are other ways too. To reach a wider audience, it's helpful to learn how to write content because it is going on various platforms. And you can incorporate multimedia components in your text, image, graphs, or any multimedia content. So as a content writer, your job isn't just to create good content, but it's also to ultimately convert those readers, listeners, and viewers into prospects and customers. So you have to edit the content for 1,000 times to grab the reader's attention. So that's all. That was content writing for the first class. So if you are in the process of creating a website, one of your top priorities is to write attractive and compelling content for your site. So maybe some of you are creating website, that time also you need to create content. So your top priority should be to write attractive and compelling content for your site. So if this is the first time or second or third. It takes a while to learn the skill of quality. You might be a bit unsure of what you should not and should not be writing. Successful website content appeals to both your internet viewers and search engines, but catering to both can be intimidating. So don't, what you cannot do is you cannot plagiarize. So you cannot plagiarize your content. Plagiarism is when you are copy pasting something from other content. So when you are copy pasting some other content in your writing, then it will become a monotonous one. It will not create anything new. And when like people will go into the search engine, they will like they not like your content. So you need to create some unique thing, uh, so that it like it must be tempting. So copying content from other sites, no matter how tempting, will result in your site getting penalized or even removed. So there is certain rules that if you are copying content for some other sites, maybe your content can be removed, or you can get penalized. So maintain your copy pasting self control and just spend a few extra minutes coming up with your own original content. After all, your company is original, right? So it deserves original content. So for every original individual company, they need original content. So for that, the content writers cannot copy paste the materials. They need to write their own words. So you don't repeat yourself and ad nauseum. So your site visitors are coming to learn about the subject your website covers, and they don't want to have the same concept or keywords bombarding them when they want to learn something new. So you cannot write the same concept again and again. So your visitors are coming here to learn about the subject, and you learn about your website. So sorry, excuse me. So if you are writing the same concept and same keywords, they will lose interest. They will not learn something new. So don't oversell your product or service. So you cannot oversell your product or service. You have to provide quality content writing, which should involve a careful balance of promotional and non-promotional content. So be sure that your website purpose is to promote what you're offering. But that doesn't mean you should bombard readers with invitations to buy or sign up. Provide them with valuable, informative content that they can appreciate before asking them if they're interested in becoming a consumer. So, quality you have to provide quality content writing, because like you have to it involves the balance of promotional and non-promotional content. So the website is promoting what you are offering, but you cannot force anyone to buy your product. So you have to give them valuable and informative content that they can appreciate before asking them if they're interested in becoming a consumer. So don't forget your target audience. You might know a lot about the topics your website covers, but you need to keep in mind. Hello, who has joined? Please mute. Hello, you are from which college or which university? This course is for students. Are you a student? Okay, I'm muting you. Please reply. We are conducting content writing class. So I'm in the middle of the class. Hello, Rajkumar. Are you there? You can unmute and respond. So, what I was saying that you cannot oversell your product or service. You cannot force anyone for buying it. Now, you cannot forget your target audience. So, when you are like writing something or you are promoting your product, you must have a target audience. So, uh, they should know you should know for whom you are writing. Uh, like if you know your target audience, you can write according to that. So you might know a lot about the topics your website content covers, but you need to keep in mind that your customers might be far less informed. So make sure to write content that meets your site visitors at the level. So you might know a lot about your topic, but you need to keep in mind that your customers are not that much informed. So you need to inform them about the topic. So what we told, you cannot copy paste your content. You cannot repeat yourself again and again the same word, or you cannot oversell your product. That take it, you have to buy it. You cannot say that. If you do that, then your content quality will gradually fall. Okay, you have to remember your target audience for whom you are writing. Then you can write it. Don't use images that you don't have a legal right to use. You can incorporate multimedia things in your content writing, but you cannot use such images which don't have a legal right to use. So finding random images on the internet and sticking them up on your site without permission or purchase can result in you getting sued. So unless getting hit with a lawsuit sounds fun to you, don't use images that aren't yours. You cannot use some illegal image which will make problem for you. So your content can be removed. You can be like legally ask some question. That's a very problematic. So avoid that. Okay, you cannot use bad anchor text. And if you want your website viewers to click on a link in your content, just you don't just insert a link with the text. Click here. Be creative and use anchor text that is descriptive and inviting. Okay, so you have to know what is anchor text and you have to paste it there. Don't plagiarize. Write your own content and avoid seeing your website tank because you couldn't take the time to be original. Use a duplicate content checker tool to make sure your content is original. So you have to write your own content and avoid saying using website time because you could not take the time to be original. So use a duplicate content checker tool um, by which you can take that whether your content is original or not. Hello Rajkumar, are you there? Please respond. If you are in the class, please respond. Hello, hello. What I'm saying is it clear to you? You have to know what the goal is for each page. And do you want a customer to purchase a product on a specific web page? Then make sure the content on the page is written to helpfully point them in the right direction and convince them that the product is worth buying. Now use calls to calls action. CTA is an inviting button, link image, or some other sport graphic that encourages site visitor to become a participant or a customer. If you write great content but don't have a call to action, uh, then your content will be far less effective at converting visitors to consumers. So you can use this technique called to action CTA. So it is an inviting button, link image, or some other sport or graphic that encourage a site visitor to become a participant or customer. So if you write great content but don't have a call to action, your content will be far less effective and converting visitors into customers. Your main target is to make your visitors to consumers. You have to use an outline or at the very least have a strong organized idea as to what you will be writing for each web page. You should sound like a human. No one likes content that sounds like it was copied from a dictionary or narrated by a robot. So be down to earth and friendly as much as your style allows. Your site visitors will appreciate the personal connection with you and be more likely to engage with your calls to action. So you can use bullet points, numbered list, headers, etc. This will help break the text and make it more interesting and readable. You can provide the answers your target market needs. So there may be some question for for like the consumer may have for the product for your company. So you have to provide the answer. How can your service or product help a consumer? Why are they based on the market? How can a visitor find exactly the item on information they are looking for? You are the expert, so your website visitors expect to find some answers. All these things you need to answer. Make sure your paragraphs are organized. There should only be one idea per paragraph. So each paragraph should start off with the subject, then stick to that subject without rambling or providing unnecessary information. Make sure that content on your web pages can be scanned quickly. So you have to provide the answers to your target audience and make sure your paragraphs are organized because you're writing for one website, like one official website. So it must be very formal. And there should be one idea per paragraph. You cannot include all the ideas in like one paragraph. Each paragraph should start off with the subject and then stick to the subject without rambling or providing unnecessary information. So no one has so much time to read unnecessary information. Just stick to the main point. Make sure that the content on web pages can be scanned quickly and while still getting the message across, display important information fast and prominently. Most site visitors only take a few seconds before leaving a page. So you want to make sure that they see what they're looking for without feeling they have to read everything. In a way, you have to write where like the visitors are getting all the information while they are just reading it for a few seconds and they are leaving. So once you have written a page of content, review it so many times, you can edit it so many times, and look for any errors or missing information you want to correct. Better still, read the page content out loud. Practice that will help you assess if the text sounds the way you wish and if there are any mistakes that your brain keeps missing. So meet the content deadlines. In order for content and web design to blend cohesively, it's always good to make sure your web design team knows what type of content you are providing. Providing your content punctually means your website will look better if it is published or launched in a timely manner. So if you're publishing your content in a like timely manner, like maybe 2 days later, like in a like automatic way, 2 days later it is automatically publishing, then it will look better. Okay, so that's all for content writing. Um, Now there are so many types of content writing. We will go towards that, but before that, you must know that blog writing is one of content writing, and blog writing is always very like attractive, and it must be very what to say uh, attractive to the like consumers, to the customers. So there are many people who write blogs nowadays. So what are blog writing and how you can write blogs? So I can share the link for you. So what are the four elements of a good blog post? Now there are different types of blogs, but a good blog often has certain characteristics regardless of its subject matter. So whether you are writing a movie review, a blog on WordPress, or a personal diary blog on Tumblr, there are some elements of a good blog post that you might want to incorporate in your work. So your blog should have a clear subject, a great headline, a hook, a solution. So what is clear subject? You have to like step one of creating your own blog is having a clear subject. You must have a clear idea that in which subject you are creating the blog and point of view in order to attract an audience and grow your best through social shares. So you need to communicate well and have a clearly defined subject matter that you are knowledgeable and passionate about. Those topic ideas that appeal to your audience, and read other blog posts to learn from writers who are addressing similar topics. Now, great headlines should be there. Great blog post needs a great headline. Strong, punchy headlines will attract readers' attention and also generate hits if they're well optimized for search engines. So, what we're talking that headlines are very important because the customers or consumers are coming first and they're reading the headline first. So, if it is very attractive, it is very catchy, then you can easily like grab the attention. And no one has so much time, so they will just come and read the thing, and they want to like know everything, like reading for a few seconds. When crafting your headlines, subheadings, and bullet points, take search engine optimization (SEO) into account and do some keyword research. So, what are the keywords for your topic? You need to know that. A successful blog generally has well written headlines that make someone want to stop and read more. Hook most good blog posts hook readers with a problem or issue that first advanced in a headline. Once into the body of a blog post, writers should set up the premise of the post succinctly with a hook that promises a reader more. So blog posts can be thought of like persuasive essays because no matter the style or subject matter. Now solution, once you have established a clear subject, it's time to offer you distinct with the subject matter or solution to the problem you have raised. Readers return to blogs time and time again because they feel a connection to the blogger. So if you are a good blogger, you are writing good blog post, your readers will again and again come to your blog and read it. So you have to like publish it daily for that also. The base blog post offer a personal take on an issue or subject and clearly express a blogger's feeling and point of view. So how to write a blog post? You can address a compelling topic, come up with a great post title, extend your connection to the topic, use a clear layout, propose solutions, consider search engine optimization, etc. Proofread, promote your writing, all these things. So what is the first one? Address a compelling topic. The most popular posts address a compelling topic that will appeal to your target audience. Once you have settled on a topic that fits your blog area of focus, so it's time to put your writing skills to work and start to craft the corresponding blog post. Come up with a great post title. So there are titles are very important as these are the hooks which will attract the audience. Now you can outline your post first, then you can begin your writing, and you can extend your connection to the topic. So when if you have a very good connection, your readers will also feel connected with you, and they will again and again come to you and read it. So next day we will read a sample blog, how to write blog, and then we'll also see how a sample content, and we'll see the format also. Okay, so we will conclude our session today. If you have any query, you can post it. Thank you for today.